What is it that thugs fear so bad and is such a core fear to them that they devote millions and billions of currency units every year to spread a propaganda about? There's different ones, smaller ones, but this is a big deal. You know what that is? They fear that much. It's soul memory. Soul memory, Ed. Because soul memory is what drives karmic justice. And now I understand horror movies, ghost movies, why they get so much investment and why they're so compelling in a way. Now I know a lot of people like these movies because of the adrenaline. I've heard that it raises men's testosterone. I don't know if this is true because every man I know who was watching these movies had a decided lack of testosterone. So I don't know what's happening there, but I'm just telling you. The reason for the investment, Ed, because without a reason, Ed, they won't invest in anything, Thug World. And that reason, Ed, is because the grand theme underlying so many horror based and even time travel and so many of the whole media story thing is suffused with this, Ed, this thing that if something happens to a person and they die, the body dies, then they shouldn't remember what happened to them. That is bad. They'll become a ghost. They villainize soul memory. I've got 2 books about soul memory, and I never got why anyone was trying to cancel them or unpublish them or block them. I was like, what? Soul memory, what's your problem? Now I know, because soul memory is karmic justice. They want and they program us to believe that when something bad happens to us, after say a very short amount of time, we should forget it, we should forgive and move on, or we will become ugly. And I get this programming, and believe it or not, when the ritual doers come and do rituals on us, you believe it or not, this programming is so suffused in Thug World. They torture me, torture our child, and then they make it like I'm ugly if I be angry. Like I'm evil because I didn't die. Seriously, I told you in the ritual of 1989, when I died after 8 hours of blood draining from different points after various kinds of torture, and not just physical, but emotional and psychological torture that they did. I died after 8 hours of that. And they were disgusted when I came back. Disgusted. They were like, what is this? Like I'm something bad because I came back. And you know what? Only now I realize why it terrifies them. A ghost. Why does a ghost terrify them? Because the ghost wants justice. Because the ghost is saying, you sent me before I wanted to go. I had to do something. And you thwarted me. And that's why they're scared of ghosts, Ed. Because the ghost wants justice. And the ghost is refusing to move on, saying, I want justice and I will not forget, I will not forgive, I will not move on. And they are fucking terrified of this. They are so terrified. This is a core fear. And I'll tell you, Ed, you should know this, that this is a core fear. When someone's attacking you, When you have a motherfucker attacking you, know this in your mind at that moment. Know what fear they have. I learned this from them because they know how to deal with each other. In Thug World, when they meet another person, the first thing they want to know, whether consciously or subconsciously, what does this person fear? And then they use that to control them. This is across the board how the thugs handle each other as well as handle us. Note that they can never understand us because we are not fear motivated. Fear motivation is for the soulless because they don't have energy, and they're always teetering on the brink of death. They have to keep sucking energy from here and there. But we are love motivated because we are children of this universe. And that's why they don't understand us. They need data. They need us to give them information. But how they deal with each other, they find out what they fear. And Ed, this is very important in fighting witchcraft and energy warfare. Because if you know what they fear, in the moment, believe me, you will see everything differently. And when you see everything differently, your energy will change. When you see what they fear, you will know from where they are shooting at you. Their fear is their location. The location they are trying to hide from you is their fear. And what they fear is that your soul will want justice, that your soul will not forget or forgive what happens to you. Their great comfort and solace is that they will do all these things to us, and then they will either wipe out our memory or they will convince us to forget and forgive, make us feel like we are villains and ghosts if we refuse to go on from the scene of the crime, that we are ugly. All those horror movies, what are they doing? They're showing the wronged person looking ugly, looking scary, the wronged person. I can't remember one story where the good person, where the evil person was the ghost. I can't actually. There must be here and there, got through the ranks somehow. But predominantly, it's the good person who's the ghost, and we're supposed to be scared of a good person. We're supposed to villainize, and in doing that, we are blocking the manifestation of our own soul justice. We are blocking real justice system of this universe. And that is not good for us. I'm sure that's very bad for our health and very bad for us overall. But that's the thing. Soul memory is natural justice. It's karma. And they constantly are programming us to believe that we must let go of what happened. They're like, you won't be at peace. Anger destroys the person who's carrying it. Fuck you. What rubbish. What nonsense. So anybody can do anything, and the person who is angry about it is the ugly one, is the unwell one. All my unwellness, Ed, was because of not being angry, was because of trying to escape. And I want to tell you this thing, and I was writing my autobiography. I was like, God, why should I remember? I don't want to do this. I stopped it. I stopped so many times there. I was like, oh, come on. I don't want to do it. And I was like, why should I tell him that's you? Why should I tell you all this? Like, come on, I don't want. Let's just forget it. Let's move on. Let's be happy. Let's watch a movie. Let's eat. Let's have ice cream and, hot chocolate fudge and all that, and just, forget about it. And Ed, what God told me? God told me, the reason you have to write this is because I will never forget what happened to you. And Ed, I've still not recovered from what God said. You know why? Because that is love. When somebody has an evil intention towards you, Ed, I haven't even reached you in this lifetime, and I feel it. It cuts me. It cuts me and it burns me. It burns my blood for days. And I'd be angry with you if you go and keep meeting them because I know they have bad intentions towards you. I can't even forget their intention towards you. You have no idea what I would feel if I found out someone actually hurt you. You have no idea how I would feel about my child. Oh my God, no words. That's love. And God told me, I will not forget what happened to you. And I realized that if I decided to overlook or forget what happened to me, I would be cutting off from God in a way. I wouldn't understand my path in this life. You know, Ed, humanity has been trying to forget things instead of wanting justice. And Ed, our potential as humans is dependent on our being peaceful. And peace can only grow in the soil of justice. So all the times we want to be this, we want to be that. You know what's the key to all of that? It's justice. It's walking the path towards justice, demanding it, soul memory. And humanity, Ed, doesn't understand why we're in this shit, why we're in this difficult time. It's because we tolerated so much disrespect that God is now provoking us, waking us up and saying, come on, this is what's been happening to you. This is what you've been treated like crap. You are the glory and the magnificence of this earth. Your body is this beautiful, angelic. Your body is angelic, as physical, as divine. And you've been treated so bad. And you're being treated like a fucking slave. You're being treated so bad. Your rights have been diminished. You've been taken from your house and you've been made to behave, Ed, like how they show us on Instagram. They take these monkeys and bears and dogs and put these shitty, sequiny clothes on them and teach them to sit with a remote. This is a being that was living in the forest, in the jungle, with sovereignty over every second of his day. That's what they did to us. They're making us pay for water, making us pay for stuff. What the fuck? Our way to walk with God is to understand that God and the universe, they do not accept injustice towards us. Not a small one, not a big one. Never. We will separate ourselves from God, cut ourselves off, Ed, from God, if we walk in a path where we don't want justice, because God wants justice for each one of us, for everything that happened. God gives a crap that in second grade somebody treated you badly. God gives a crap. God is pissed off with somebody who looked at you derogatorily. God is pissed off at every person who came to your social media and glared at your picture or treated you like crap. God is recording all this. Soul is God is recording all this. And God does not care if you don't think that that matters or not. God wants justice for you. And we can only walk with God, Ed, when we stand up for ourselves because we are important, we matter. This is love. This is love. Love is not just about, the whole roses kissing and whatever. That's all great. Nothing wrong with that. But this is also love. And it would not be love, Ed, if we didn't want justice. It wouldn't be love. God is teaching and waking us humans up, Ed, to who we really are. And we need justice to open all those faculties of ours.